Alright.
I said 10.
I haven't made a video in a few weeks
10.
because
I bet 10.
life is just busy. And hey Ella, give me another Mountain Dew, please. Life is busy, and by Sunday mornings it's crazy here, and that's when I've been uploading Sunday mornings. So I think since like week 5 I haven't uploaded. So, but I've been steady tracking. So if you've been following on Instagram or Facebook, you know that I've still been training. Truth be told, so I coach my youngest son, and actually help out with my older son, but our season, our playoffs, we're gonna play through the 13th, which is next Saturday, on the day of the competition. I found out at about 5 weeks out, 6 weeks out, that our playoffs were potentially going to be the day of the competition. And I'll be honest, that seriously messed with my head, because if our playoffs were gonna be on that day, then I was gonna back out. No questions asked. You know, I love coaching my son's teams. I'd much rather be there watching them than competing for myself. And the only reason the only reason why there was a question is because in our league, my team, the team I coach, first, second grade, we play Tuesday evenings, and my other son plays Wednesday evenings. And I wasn't sure if the playoffs were going to join the rest of the age groups and play on Saturdays. And so that wasn't confirmed until about 5 weeks, about a month ago. So in my head, I didn't tell none of the guys, but in my head I was like, shoot, cut sucks. If they end up scheduling the game on the 13th, I'm out, and I'm going to go straight to Chocoramba. But we found out that my team, we're actually playing. We'll play through the playoffs on weekdays, which my team is bad. We're good. And then our championship game, if we make it that far, will be on a Saturday, but not till the end of the month, October 27th. So, anyways, but I was really questioning. I really want to quit. Like, prep sucks. It's been a long time since I've been this deep into prep, and so, anyways, following along. The spreadsheet's been kind of sparse as well. I still track every single day in MyFitnesspal. If you're connected with me there, I see it. Yeah. And then come to find out this week, although my team, who plays on Tuesday nights, our playoffs games stay on the weeknights. My son's team, who also plays during the week, their playoffs actually start on Saturday. So he will be playing on the 13th, which is next Saturday, the day of the competition. And there is a high likelihood that I'll miss his game, which I'm totally bummed about. But I already paid the $250 to do this damn show, so I'm going to do it. And my wife keeps talking trash like, dude, you've been looking for a reason to quit. You're pushing all these kids to, follow through, and trying to quit. You can't quit. So, anyways, I'm excited that I'm here. 1 week away, going into peak week. So let me just talk about some of the changes that I've made since posting last. So actually, let's see. It's been since about a week. Yeah, about 5 weeks out is when I kind of started falling off with the videos, and just, again, life's busy. Prep is stressful. So ever since I found out about the potential playoff game being on the day of the competition, that freaking put me into about a 4 week, so literally funk. Not a funk, but like a plateau where, I was tracking super steady. Then I'd have some huge calorie just bounce back days, and that throws. And if you know that I track weekly on average. Well, my goals for my calorie goal average for the week, I throw that way out of whack, and so I wasn't gaining weight necessarily, but I wasn't progressing like I had been the entire time. And today marks 6 months of controlling my calories and my output and things like that. And so that really started to mess with my head, and even to the point where, so basically from about 6 weeks out till about a week ago, about 2 weeks out, my wife's like, dude, you need to step it up, because you've plateaued. She straight up called me out, and she's seen me go through this process several times. So She knows what she should be looking for, or what she should be seeing in me. And so really had to kick it in. So some changes that I made since that. So right now my time is super tight. You know that I tried to get 1,600 calories burned, which is, balls to the wall work for me. So this last last 2 weeks, so about 3 weeks out to 2 weeks out, what I've been doing to try to make that time up is any chance that I get. So I've had a few days off of work. On Saturdays, I've been making a second trip to them. So 2 days. And last night was my last 2 day that I'll do. I won't do any more this coming week, which is peak week. But with limited time in the mornings, I continue to try to focus to hit my 1,600 calories burned in the morning, and then if time allows, I will go back that evening and try to surpass 2,000 for the day, burned for the day. So, for example, yesterday, which took me about 4 total hours, but 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening, I got about 2150 calories burned. That Friday, I had the day off on Friday. Did a 2 day that day as well. Was there almost 4 hours, 3 hours 50 minutes. So 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours at night, and burned about 2,400 calories that day. And so I've just been trying to increase my output. Now the majority of that, because I'm trying to keep my heart rate up, and I'm doing it in 2 hour tight 2 hour windows. I don't got time to sit and dick around and chit chat and all that stuff. So I'm in and I'm out. So the most efficient way for me to do that, I felt, was through cardio. So I came in, I was doing 45 minutes. I'm doing about 45 minutes to an hour on a bike and elliptical. About 45 on the elliptical, 15 on the bike, or 40 and 20. And then I'm going straight over and I'm hitting the bag for 30 minutes. So I'm going 1 minute intervals. So 1 minute throw-in, 30 seconds rest, I believe, is my interval. And I'm doing that for, I think it's 12 or 13 rounds. And that takes me about 20 minutes. Then I do a 9.5 minute interval where it's 30 seconds up, 15 seconds down. So 30 seconds throwing, 15 seconds breather in between. And that's another 6, 7, I don't know, then 12. I don't know. I can't remember the exact intervals, but it's about 30 minutes total cardio. So there I got about an hour and 30 on my watch that I'm watching, and I'm trying to be on pace. So at about an hour, I hope to be at about 750 burned. Hopefully 800, but I've got to be pushing it. And then by 2 hours, I'm hoping to get to at least 1,500 plus. This last week has been super difficult, man. Super difficult. It feels like it's so much harder for me to hit the same number of calories. Anyways, so those are the main changes that I made. Again, I have flexible diet. I don't follow any specific plan. If you follow me on MyFitnesspal, you see I track everything on my spreadsheet. I would check out the spreadsheet to give you an idea of how I track the averages and when I do make adjustments. So those are my cardio adjustments that I was making to be able to meet that number. So I'm only getting about 30 minutes of weights every day right now. So an hour and a half of cardio, 30 minutes of weights. And for this final week, I'll continue to do the same to start, and then I'll slowly kind of taper down through the end of the week to where I got a light cardio day on Friday. But I plan to do cardio all the way through Friday. Calorie wise, so you know that, shoot, man, how long did I go? So I've been cutting since April 7th, and my calorie goal has been about 2,700 calories all the way up until, which is I'm super happy about because I hope it'll help me on my reverse, until about 5 weeks out is when I started to drop to 2,600 and down. These last few weeks, I felt like I plateaued quite a bit, and so I needed to make some big adjustments. So for this week, my calorie goal has been 2,100, and this morning I woke up at 197.8, which is a new low for me. I plan, depending on how I feel. Like yesterday, I wasn't planning on doing any refeed days, so meaning I wasn't planning on do a high calorie day of carbs or fat. But I really felt like my body needed it Friday, so I did kind of a moderate increase on Friday, and then I did a big increase last night. And I still woke up. I woke up I feel much better this morning. And so I'll see how I feel today and tomorrow, and then I'll feel out the rest of the week. I don't want to overdo it this week, especially. I want to try to keep myself as light as possible, and then I plan, within that last 48 hours to start to increase my carbs, and in the last 24 hours for sure. But that's my plan. So this week, depending on how I feel today and tomorrow, and training, especially training tomorrow, my calories may drop to 2,000 for the week, which my let me see, my calorie goals right now, or my macro goals right now. Let's see how I can see that. Are, let me see, 2,100. Sorry, so 215 protein. I want to say let me see. How do I see that? So my calorie goals or my macronutrient goals right now are what? 205. Oh dang. 215 protein, 45 fat, 205 carbs right now. So I plan to adjust that slightly, so the carbs will probably drop to under 200 grams for this last week, and we'll see how I feel. But that's all I got, I think, for like visual updates and stuff like that. You can check out my Instagram, my Facebook. I'll be posting, and in this coming week, this is peak week coming up, so you can see like before and after pictures and stuff like that. But appreciate you following along. I do plan to track my reverse. That's really probably harder than the cut, is managing your reverse, meaning when I start to gain back, I don't want to just get sloppy out of control. We're taking a big trip into the Dominican Republic here, being in November too, so I'd still like to be kind of, somewhat noteworthy walking onto a beach in the Caribbean. But anyways, I get a lot of questions still, like, hey man, can you give me a plan, can you do whatever? And if you do ask me that question, please do not be offended if I say, yeah, check out this video and watch it, because the questions are all the same, and the answer is always the same. Like, it's hard work, hard mother effing work. There is no easy way to do it. I don't follow a meal plan or anything like that, so if tracking on MyFitnesspal or tracking your calories is too hard for you, then I don't know what to tell you. I would say, if you were my kid and you were asking me, I would say find a way to make it happen. If it's too damn hard for you, figure it out. If you don't got time to do the work, figure that out. If the workout's too long or too hard, figure it out. Like, and that's another thing that kept me going. I'm preaching to my kids, like in a game, if they're getting beat, I'm like, hey, you cannot afford to be tired. You cannot afford to get beat. You cannot afford not to do your job. So the same approach I try to take for myself. Like, I cannot, like, you cannot afford to be tired. And so the same thing, if you were asking my advice, people, when I hear people complain about their plan, like they tried every which plan, it's just not working. Well, then if you've tried every which plan and it's not working, the plan ain't the problem, is you. You're the problem. And if trying the problem is one thing, doing what's necessary is completely different. And people don't understand that. They mentally they haven't reached that. Your mind quits so much sooner than your body does. But that's pain, though. That's pain. And people don't want pain. They want easy with it. They want, like, 60-second abs or whatever bullshit. No. Ain't nothing like it. You gotta work. It's hard work. So no substitute for it. So, peak week. Diet Mountain Dew. Oh, yeah. And like I said, a flexible diet. So, all y'all saying, like, how carbs and whatever, dude, Look at that. Huh? I be eating carbs like crazy. Talking about that. No carbs, this and that. Shut up. Just do what you do, and if it works, great. You telling the people what they're doing is bad or whatever. Bottom line is, you got to do what's necessary. If you're willing to do it, you can make it happen. You can make it happen. My old ass can make it. I'm 37 years old this year. Better shape than I was when I was in high school. Hunch on that. It's always true about Diet Mountain Dew. It's 0 calories. How do you drink that and still get shit? Because it's 0 calories. That's why. But all the chemicals, like, I'm just rambling now. Peak week, baby. Thanks for following along. Check me out on Instagram, Facebook, and MyFitnesspal.